CBD is a natural compound found in the hemp plant that has been shown to have a variety of health benefits. CBD can help relax your mind and body, reduce inflammation, and improve sleep. It is also non addictive and has no known side effects. If you're interested in trying CBD, check out our website at www.hypnotizeme.com. And remember, if you're not hypnotized, then you're not doing it right. That's hypnotizeme.com, www.hypnotizeme.com for our high quality CBD products and drinks. Hypnotize Me, a sponsor of the Boss Fest podcast.
It seemed like everybody want to be a boss these days. Everybody want to be a boss till it's time to pay out, you feel me? Till it's time to pay that boss cost. They ain't trying to have them tough conversations. Ain't trying to put in them extra hours, catching that windfall money, dealing with folks not being consistent. Don't get me started on the lack of sleep, but you know what they say.
Boss Life, BOSSFEST, Boss Fest Podcast. Each and every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, guaranteed to get you right. BOSSFEST, the Boss Fest Podcast. They might make you laugh, make you mad, make you cry. Either way it go, it's a vibe. Tune in, catch the topic, get the tea. Ain't no shallow waters over here, we get deep. You sensitive, easy to offend, you need to flee. But them tough conversations gon' be happening. Boss Fest Podcast, they hold it down. Wednesday, 7 Eastern, man, it's going down. Tell a friend to tell a friend and y'all gather round. Get active in the comments, don't get lost in the crowd. Hey, what's happening? It's your man DJ Bush. I had to show love to Kevin and Edwina, Boss Fest Butlers. Y'all know what time it is. The Boss Fest Podcast. But you already know what we live in. Boss Life. BOSSFEST, the Boss Fest Podcast. Each and every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, guaranteed to get you right. BOSSFEST, the Boss Fest Podcast. They might make you laugh, make you mad, make you cry. Either way it go, it's a vibe.
Hello, hello.
Hey, can y'all see me pretty good? Because I don't left my Invisalign in a damn truck, but I'm gonna be all right.
Y'all, look, we is already starting tonight. Good Lord.
Yeah, we is.
Welcome.
How y'all doing? It's a question.
Welcome to Wednesday night at the Boss Fest podcast. Thank you for joining us at the Boss Table. I am Edwina.
The best sound man in the business here, giving you that clear, that crystal clear, your boy Kevin.
And we have today the one, the only Lady Lapelle.
Hey, y'all. Thank you for having me. Yeah,
We
I
are
love
so
y'all.
excited to have you in the building.
How y'all doing? I love y'all. Shout out to Boss Fest. Really, it is that.
Right. Shout out to us.
Y'all. I love y'all. I just love y'all. Y'all know that. And I'm gonna always give y'all praise.
Thank you. We appreciate it and we love you too. Y'all may I don't know, DJ said something about readjusting the intro. So Kevin, sound guy, something is going on with the intro and it's your fault. But
No. Listen. I already got everything figured out. The problem is I couldn't get it to download right the way I needed it to. Like I got the video and everything ready for it. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. It just wasn't download for me. Yeah, Lamar, we was coming on tonight, man. You know, we was handling business and doing
Things
different things.
happen.
But we here.
Mhm.
when I tell y'all the reason why we was late, when y'all finally get to know, it was some boss moves being made. So, that kept us from starting. But we are here.
Yes.
Our topic is fire Before we get started with our topic, though, some of you guys may know Lady Lapelle. We were on a previous podcast. I know my co-host is shady, so I'm just gonna get to the shade before he do. We were
Don't do that
on.
to me. I'm not shady.
You are so
It's giving a little.
shady.
It's giving a little.
Right, right. So I was like,
We
let
don't
me
know
get
what's
to
gonna happen.
it.
We don't know.
I forgot. Last week it was the fellas. This week it's the ladies. So, all right, it's bash the
Let
men
me put my
time. Let's
camera
go.
right because I got to be prepared
But
for what
Get
Kevin
my
gonna
sweet
say.
rag wetty because I already know it's gonna get hot.
so y'all just may know Lady Lapelle from
Oh.
another podcast that we did together. Because I
Mm-hmm.
know she does several projects on her own. I just want to put that out there before Shady beat me to it. That's all.
Mm.
You making a face. So tonight's topic is speaking life into your partner or your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knows I speak life into my sound guy. I just speak life into him all the time. We're
Mm-hmm.
gonna talk. We're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You speak life into me all the
Now, if
time.
I did give you some
Oh,
bullet points, I can't really get to those, but
Oh, I got you. I got you. Look, I'm here for the support, so I got you.
yeah. I mean, like I told Mr. Bossface, Mr. Um, I got bullet points, but I'm gonna speak from the dome. It all comes from the inside. You know,
Okay.
it got to be genuine.
Well, I say one of your bullet points you said, and I thought that was pretty powerful. You said you can't speak life into like your partner or someone else until you speak it into yourself.
That is correct. That is actually the first thing. So people always say, "Oh, you can't love nobody until you love yourself," right? But not everybody knows how to love themselves,
This is true.
right?
This is true.
Not everybody, they think they do, but they don't. They don't know how what makes them feel good. So when you get into these relationships and you expect somebody to treat you a certain way and love you a certain way, they're not going to do it because you don't know what you want. So everything is going to be combative. Everything is going to be a problem, right? So until you speak life into yourself, you can't speak life into others. So you got to believe in yourself. You got to know that you are something. Everybody claims they know what they worth, but your partner will show you your value.
Ooh, I didn't know we was coming with fire and gems
I mean,
today.
I could drop a little few. I got them on the nails. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bling it out a little.
So Lamar, he threw some shade at me talking about I speak life or light or fluid. Either way,
It's gonna be.
um,
It's gonna get lit.
it's gonna get lit.
What you give is what you gonna get.
Hello,
You
somebody
got.
tell
You got. You
me.
got to see us women who are bosses, are leaders, are independent, who are strong minded, I should say, because that's important. Because you could be all
Mhm.
the way be weak minded. We have to be careful with what we say because sometimes they could say something and we would tear them down, and men get broken down too, right? So we have to be careful. So even
get your ass back on the
when
camera. Men get
even
broken
when
down
we are
too.
upset, lady,
Listen,
you
I need to grab the mic.
still
I'm finna
you
say like, wow.
still have to speak life.
Men get
And
broken down too, babe. We
they
get
do.
broken down too.
They do. They just show it in different ways. They just get angrier, or they just a little bit more aggressive. But
Or
that's still,
some just kind of check out. So I've seen that before
of
because
course.
Kevin and I have been together for a lot of years, and he does have like a fight or flight, mentality. And I think most people kind of like experience that when they get backed into a corner. So
Mhm.
sometimes I've seen him just shut down. And I do think men will do that at certain periods. But I'm learning in this new season, because we talk about seasons a lot, to take care of me and to speak life into myself. So I think that's important because I'm not the same me I was,
And you
almost six
shouldn't
months
be.
ago.
And you shouldn't be. You should always be a new you every day. If you the same person, you're dead. Okay? You're dead.
So
Constantly
that,
changing, constantly evolving. That's why a lot of times when you meet your marry your high school sweetheart, sometimes they grow apart, or sometimes um there's a lot of miscommunication involved, because those people, you're evolving. So that's why it's important when you're with someone for so many years that communication has to be open. You got to know who your partner is. Most important, know who you are and what you got going on, and how they're going to react to that. Now, speak to what Kevin says, shutting down. A lot of men do that. We as women have to allow them to have that space. I learned that from the hard way. So when they say don't say nothing to me, just give me my time, we have to walk away, and come back to it. Because I've learned, um, when they shut down and you sitting there attacking, and you sitting there just what you said, and you told me, you gonna talk to me because this is me. This was me. Okay. You gonna tell me, and then just all it do is make it worse. And now all the anger and frustration is going towards you. And he cannot figure out what the problem is. Because now the new problem is your mouth. So
How
we
you feeling about this information that she's saying?
tell about the queen.
Listen, it's valid information because I don't necessarily think it's fight or flight. I just believe that it's, do I really want to go to war, or do I just want this war to end? So for
Mm-hmm.
me, I just want the war to end because the war was pointless to begin with. It was, nobody was ever going to win, but some people just like being in war. And I think for women, a lot of times that whole I gotta have the last saying, or I gotta be the right because I don't want nobody to make me feel like I'm wrong or
That's
less
like
than.
you just really categorizing like women in whole. That's a
I'm
lot.
just saying it's not something that's defined by one woman or one type of woman or
I
one race
just
of women.
now being a defendant of the women, let me pay my gavel.
Please.
You
A
go.
lot of times you men jump to conclusions, okay? And sometimes your anger is not, it has to be justified by one action that we have. And you already have in your mind what you think is going on, or what is going on, or why you're upset. And this is why the blocking communication. A lot of times when we're yelling, or not yelling, when we're elevated in voice, in octave, in
Yelling. It's yelling. It's yelling. Take
sometimes
ownership of it.
we just
It's
want
yelling.
you to hear what we're saying, but that's not the time for you to hear it, because you already don't shut down one part of your body.
I can't hear you when you're yelling at me.
I can't hear when you say I did something I know I ain't do, or you telling me I
Mm.
said something I know I ain't say. So this is the point. This is what the point I'm trying to say. It takes two people. It takes for him to listen and for her to talk. It takes for her to talk and for him to listen. We just got to figure out when that's going to be a good time to happen. Okay. So sometimes we got to go, leave, and come back. I'm just saying from my experience from being a divorcee and dating damaged, okay, because everybody dates damage. Nobody comes in renew. Nobody come fresh, pop me out the plastic. Ain't nobody popped out the plastic. Everybody's somewhat damaged because when you enter a relationship, you already have pre-notions on how you want it to go, what you don't want to take, where he got to take you out on the first date when really you ain't got two pennies to rub together. He should just take you to Wendy's. But
Well, we know it's not Cheesecake Factory.
you know what? My man took me to Outback and he got it that night.
Mm. I ain't gonna talk about mine. I ain't gonna say
It
nothing.
wasn't the first, it was the first official date, but we have been communicating and we have been courting for about a month or two.
Mm.
So I knew I wanted him to have the goods. It's just when I wanted to give it to him. Period.
I think
So
we always kind of know.
yeah, yeah. So back to what we're saying, yeah, you gotta speak life into yourself. So if you're a negative Nancy, you got an attitude, you have these standards where a man has to do this and do that, you can't speak life into another human being in general, right? And like this new thing, well, my first date can't be the Cheesecake Factory, baby. Maybe this is a test. Maybe that man just gonna take you to, you don't know what he got behind, um where he want to take you, because you want him to take you to this high-end restaurant, you're gonna expect that every single time. Unless you dating a billionaire, that ain't gonna happen.
I agree
And
with you on
understand what
gotta
comes
ride
with
with
a
them.
billionaire mindset. You ain't first. We
I,
want the bag, but you got to understand the man that's chasing the bag ain't chasing you.
mm.
Hmm. Okay.
I felt like Kevin was gonna say something. I was
I'm
waiting.
not, listen. Last week was my week to intervene and say something. I ain't finna get my head knocked off this week. I'm being good. I don't
Lord.
want that smoke.
But it's true. It's true. So I just find it funny, these people. And it's just a whole status quo, or everybody judge your stability about the items you have. A lot of these people that's flossing about shit ain't got nothing to show for it.
Now, you speaking some truth there. A
Mhm.
lot of people, you expect certain things that you can't even provide for yourself.
So you can't provide for yourself. You cannot provide for a man. If you want a man to take you to Ruth Chris, be prepared to take him to Eddie V's.
Right.
You want that man to wine and dine you, be prepared to buy some new knee pads with some oil.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Just what it is.
Boy, we went from the church to the
Let me
club.
grab
I
my
ain't
I'm
mad
just
at
purse.
that.
saying,
Let
like,
me
well, what do
grab
you?
my
You just be
purse.
prepared. But if you just want a man just to spend his cash,
Clutch your pearls.
and you ain't getting none, baby,
Yeah,
what makes you think
I
you are
even got none.
What makes you think you are a priority? What makes you think you are number one? Unless that's what all you want to be is another number, and then that's your business. But what place do you want in this man's life? Do you want to be here, or do you want to be in his pockets? Because
Yeah.
you can have both if you know what you're doing. That's how, that's when you start speaking life into him.
Which correct. If you're not good enough to, or he needs to take you somewhere else and Cheesecake Factory isn't good enough, it would give the perception that you're not the type of person that's going to speak life into him. Most women are down, like, I'm going to be down with you when you have nothing, and we going to build that together. But you're
Ooh,
already given the impression that you got to come with everything. Like, that's not how,
building your own kingdom. Why would I want something with somebody else already built? I'm gonna tear that bitch down and redo it myself.
period.
And you go to whether you go to the Cheesecake Factory, Eddie V's, or Ruth Chris, when you put that food in your mouth, it's gonna come out the same way.
That's facts.
Girl,
Now,
please.
I'm going to bring up another.
Yeah, with y'all, I swear.
What's
Hey,
that?
Ah,
it come out of y'all faster. I just feel
listen,
like.
listen.
I'm
That
a,
ain't what we
I'm a
talking about.
unicorn. I'm a unicorn, y'all. Y'all won't believe. That's another show.
I
'Cause
was gonna say, if
y'all-
you say that you don't go to the bathroom,
huh?
I thought you was gonna say you don't use the bathroom. You a unicorn.
I don't.
Oh man, see, there we go. Here we go. All right, so
I'm gonna tell y'all a story before I go to the
no,
next.
no, you not.
I'm gonna tell a story. When I first met Kevin, I told him I took special pills and I don't go to the bathroom.
Oh, girl, I've been there. Girl was in the dollar store sick, about to throw up. I ain't used the bathroom
Yes.
for days.
So when he leave, I gotta run and go to the
Girl,
bathroom.
I'm going to my daddy house.
But he believed it. This man really believed that I didn't poop because I took special pills that made me not do it.
Ooh, us
Listen,
women. Something else.
I,
Like,
I'm listen. I was very gullible. We met very young. You told me some bullshit. I didn't. I wasn't really in the mindset to try to Google search that and figure it out. So I just said okay, and I was like, I'm gonna catch you one
There
day,
was
and I
some
caught
special
you.
pills. I slide you some, dear. I slide you them pills.
Don't
mm.
you be messing. It's not the topic. God dang
My
it.
bad,
What's
my
the next
bad.
bullet point? What's the next bullet point?
Hold on, let me read the comment.
No, listen, man. I ain't even gonna go here with y'all bullet points, boy. Y'all just everywhere. Golly. Listen.
The
So
comment says the restaurant means nothing. He can take you to all the nice restaurants and be of poor character, and that is very important to say.
Mm-hmm.
If you're meeting or coming together on a materialistic standpoint, it probably is going to be a poor character, and y'all
You
are not building a
material.
foundation.
You are a material.
Yes,
That's what you are. You're gonna be wipe. He's gonna wipe your ass. He's gonna wipe you with his ass. Okay, and treat the next person like a queen. They may even get more than what you're getting.
I agree with that. Like, you are
All right.
building that foundation on what
Yeah.
you're looking for, and it's not of anything of substance.
Mm-mm.
so from a man's perspective, we never really been taught the concept of actually speaking life into our women,
Mm.
and it's something that's we got to change that. We've been more or less taught to show strength to our women, show stability, show a strong foundation, but we never really been taught to really speak life. We assume
Well,
that if we show you that we'll take care of you, protect you, provide for you, and things of that nature, then that's in our essence a way of us speaking life into you. And I'm starting to learn that now in my life that, hey man, I gotta say certain things. I gotta do certain
Yeah.
things. I can't just say, hey man, look at the house, look at the cars, look at the bank account. You know you can do whatever you want. I gotta say, listen, babe, you did your thing today. So I want to say this. The reason why that post came out and we talking about this topic is because this past Sunday, me and my wife, we were going out, we were shopping, we were doing some things. And she was just telling me, we was talking about fears and different things like that. And one of the fears that she even expressed on this podcast is that she didn't know if I was going to be going to the next place with her as relates to entrepreneurship. And it was one of those things that scared her. But these past few months, leading up to Boss Fest and things like she's seen a shift in me, a change in me,
Come on
and
now.
she just wanted to tell me thank you for stepping up, embracing the role,
Hmm.
being more of a support system instead of a roadblock and things of that nature. And that felt real good to me because I was like, man, I don't know if my wife ever really did that for me. We've been together 20 some years. So she's always shown me she loved me. So, but when she said that, I was like, dang, it made me feel a different way. I was like,
You
I
know
didn't
what
know that
you
it
did?
was a feeling like that.
Oh,
I ain't never felt that one that way before. I'm like, wait a minute, where did that come from? I
yes.
was thinking about it. I was driving to work on iPhone, humming. Like, man, let me put this in Facebook and
Man, I was feeling him for a second. I was like, yeah, talk that talk. I'm over him. Let's move on.
God, give me back my life then. Give it back. I try to put life into you and you just
Yeah,
gonna
but then
disregard it.
you started good and it just went. It was like,
How did it go? How did it go? I'm telling you, man, I appreciate it. I love you for
Look,
that.
go
Like,
give him his little hand clap. He learning. But that's
God,
life, Kevin. Sometimes when your partner shows you as a man, you always sometimes we as women, we will show our man and then allow him to take that lead. And that's what you're doing now. It's just take that little mustard seed. That's why the women are the backbone, supposed to be. You know, the man is the head. So once she put that push in that bag, you gonna lead her on. So it's nothing beautiful to see two boss couples together doing their thing, grinding together. That is a dream come true.
thank you for that. I
Hmm.
appreciate that. So now, Kevin,
mhm.
we heard your perspective and why you made the post, which brought on us having this topic. So I'm gonna move
Right.
on to the next bullet
Hmm.
point.
Next bullet point.
And this one, I also felt like I want to say it kind of touched me because I didn't know Sierra was so. I'm sorry, Lady Lapelle was so
That's
spiritual,
okay.
but she said you need to prepare yourself for your partner, and I think so many times we
Hmm.
don't do that at all. Like just throw that shit out the window. So I was like, preparing yourself.
And that
Um,
don't mean thirst trapping. We see that a lot. We see a lot. Let me tell you, because I see things, but I just sit back. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, women say, "Oh, I'm ready." The next man, he got to be prepared for this. He got to do that. Ain't no man want no woman that's always gonna put that out there, right? Because sometimes you might be intimidating to the right man. You could be intimidating. A man be like, man, she too much. But you have to prepare yourself. For one, you got to be mentally ready for the struggle, mentally ready for the growth, and then mentally ready for the trials and tribulations. That's different from struggle. Okay, let's just get that straight.
that's big facts.
You got to be physically ready, right? And then spiritually, wherever you want to be spiritually, you gotta speak that. You gotta make sure you're ready, like prepared for this person. Clean up the bullshit and be ready. When you before you step, you're gonna say, look, when I get in this, I'm be real with y'all, I'm be 100% transparent. Before I got into my current relationship, once upon a time I was a hoe. And I'm in it.
It's like, wait, what?
0 to 100. 0 to 100. Let's go.
'Cause we all
0 to 100.
got our moments. We all
Yes.
got our moments. But I'm just being real. Like I was divorced, right? And I had a relationship afterwards. A real relationship. There's between relationships and outside. I was outside relationship. Then I started to go back outside. But I said when I saw this person or whoever I was gonna be with next, I said, you know what? I'm gonna start off right. Because what I start off with is how I'm going to end with. And
Okay.
also that's going to determine the path you're inside that relationship. So if you start off with a whole bunch of bullshit, you got to crawl through it. You got to eat it. It's going to suffocate you right before it ends. If you start off right, whatever bull crap you get, you're gonna go through. You're gonna end up cleaning off, and you're gonna come out squeaky clean. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I can speak. So obviously, Kevin just told you we started really young. So neither one of us had prepared ourselves for the other.
That's different.
Yeah, we
And
was just hoeing.
Yeah. So when you young, but that's so when you're young. So let's talk about high school sweethearts. That don't count. Your boyfriend in middle school, whoever you had in high school, that don't count, right? When you start off young in your relationship, you are growing. So you have to have a mindset. This is who I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. And then whatever you got to, as women, y'all ready? We got to be ready for a man to go through his bullshit. Because now it's only about less than 5% men that's going to be faithful from high school to death, whether they admit it or not. Now, I don't know where them statistics came from. That's my statistic. I'm just saying.
is this fake news?
Fakefacts.com. Run them.
Whatever you say, that's just everybody know their husband, everybody know their man. I ain't telling on nobody. We just very
It sounded like he was telling.
It's official.
very
I've
us.
already
They
told
may
y'all
not
this. Black
actually
men don't
they
cheat.
may not actually put the shoes on, time up, and walk out the door, right? But it's gonna be like, damn, I wonder if I would have, you know what I'm saying? We got to be mentally prepared to let this man go through this. But guess what? Where is he coming home tonight? Right? This is real talk. I told my Negro, whatever you do, wherever you go outside, just make sure ain't no mud on your shoes when you walk through that door. I ain't can't control nothing else outside this house. But whatever you bring back here, if it's anything on your shoe, it's a wrap.
So,
So a
so,
real
so
man,
if I
when
clean off my shoes,
you
I can
clean
come
up,
back inside.
you know what can Edwina do about something she don't know? Real talk. Is you
Answer the question.
is
She
no
ain't do nothing about what she don't know.
okay? Is
But
you take?
baby, when she find out,
But if you find out, is he taking care of home?
I don't care if he was
Hold
taking
on,
care.
hold on. Answer my question. Is he taking care of home?
Yeah, he took care of home.
Okay. Have you had any women call your house? Exactly.
Not on what
If you
she.
finna go back to 2004,
Don't
bro,
do it. We talking about
golly.
right now. We ain't talking about the past. Let's not do that. Y'all was young. Remember?
Well,
Look,
everything was past. Kevin never cheated. He never did
exactly.
anything.
What
I
I'm saying, it's
don't be
about
shit.
respect, loyalty over love. Period. Loyalty outweighs love. If a man is not loyal to you, he cannot love you. If a woman is not loyal to you, she cannot love you. That's all I'm saying.
So
Loyalty.
you talking to all them people who married and got side chicks and all of this. So if they cannot be loyal, then they cannot love that person out.
No, no, because
That
if you and your wife had a conversation and she's okay, all right, cool. Now everybody makes mistakes. We got to remember that everybody is human.
people want to buy the book, ma'am.
Man, and listen, and we ain't feeling this
Everybody is
topic.
human.
Huh?
Everybody is human, and
And you
everybody.
ain't feeling this last conversation piece, but I'm all ears now.
Listen
No.
now.
Wait, why I'm not feeling
Also
it?
realize now. This go. A lot of people may not like what I gotta say.
Here we
Realize
go.
men way back time BC were never with one woman. They had multiple wives. So sometimes it's deep down in their
Oh.
DNA and their ancestral thing to lust and
What
love.
you embracing DNA, boy?
it's
Boy.
in them. It's in them to lust and
Come
love
on,
two
DNA.
women. It is. It's in them. But it takes that backbone to set them down and be like, baby, this is what I want. What we doing? We got to have this conversation. This is the type of relationship I want. And just, go back when you're young and you growing up, men, it takes time for men to understand and realize what they have. So you got to be patient. Now, on the flip side, women, we like to be cared for. We got to be loved. As long as our man is right by our side and he doing what he's supposed to do, we really ain't really checking for no other dude. If we are sound mind and
Right.
who we are. Because if we don't know who we are, we're gonna do whatever the hell we want to do, how we want to do it. We're just gonna be out the door, just legs open. Okay.
Mm.
So when I was married for with my ex-husband for 14 years, I was always thinking, what else was out there? Because I wasn't being cared for in my mind how I felt I should be cared for. But at the time, I didn't know what I needed at the time. And it was the back of my mind, I knew, but I was lost. And once you become a woman, you know who yourself. You start to develop different mindset, right? Once you in your grown woman ish, can't nobody touch you. You could put on a full out skirt and a turtleneck and be the baddest thing walking through the door.
I think I've seen the growth within myself in the years, and I can agree to what you're saying. That once you find, like, you start to find yourself,
Mhm.
then you kind of, I don't want to say like untouchable, but you do bring like a certain vibe, and um,
And
it's
and
just a
you,
different persona. Yeah.
you always have to have respect too as a woman. Respect other people's household and husbands and wives. Baby, don't be coming over my house with them booty ass shorts because I'm gonna kick you right where them shorts is crawling up your ass. Because you already know what I got here. Anybody who tells you that knows me, I know I got a shake because I bought it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I bought it. So therefore, if I come to the butler's house, I am not finna come over there like I'm going to the beach. And a lot of times, what you give off is what you gonna get, baby. It's what you gonna get. You want a man to wine and dine you and treat you like a queen, but you dress like a city girl. So you
Mm.
treat it like one. Yeah, he gonna buy you a bag, and he also gonna dig in your ass and leave at night. He's not gonna represent you. He's not gonna walk in arm to arm with you. That's what you really want, and that's what you're really begging for. But you don't want to tell the world that because you're trying to live a social status life. You want that man. You want that king. You want to wake up and somebody rubbing on your booty and in your feet. You want somebody cooking you breakfast. You don't want nobody Uber eating you no damn breakfast. Mm.
Kevin, what you think?
I'm waiting on the book to be released. I like chapter 3. I'm just saying, I
That's
like
Really?
just
chapter
that's
3.
life, man. That's
It's
what
in my
I'm telling you. I
DNA.
ain't gonna tell you nothing I ain't been through, or nothing I ain't never seen.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I think as women, we almost set the tone of, like how men will treat us without, like knowing that we're doing that. Sometimes we don't. But you started off saying like thirst trapping.
Mm.
And I think that's important because a lot of women don't understand like why they attract certain type of men. Like I'll see that all the time on social media. Like I don't understand why so many people in my inbox. And I'm like, well, you have to look at what you're projecting on your social media. Like you're
I use
asking
the
for the
thirst.
third strap,
I
huh?
use the thirst strap. I know what a thirst strap is. I built one.
Period.
You know what
So
I'm saying? I
you
built
putting
one.
this content out there
Built.
and you getting mad because they're responding
Yeah.
accordingly.
I ain't get mad if I get a random cash out because guess what, bruh? I got a nigga in me too. Because if you come in the dark, you leave in the dark. That's my number one rule, bitch. Don't let that sound like
Oh
catch.
Lord.
Mm.
But the thing is, you got to know what you're doing, whether
Yeah.
you are thirst trapping, whether you are looking for, whether you not looking, whether you're waiting to a husband to find you, or you just want to date until you're ready to settle down.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever stage you are looking for, that's what you have to represent,
Agreed.
right? So, every now and again you will get somebody who's gonna try you, but that's because they're ignorant. And I used to have dudes come try to talk to me and I laugh. They were like, "What you have?" Because you ain't ready for me, bruh. What you mean? I ain't ready for you. I don't need you to take care of me. You ain't ready for me because I can feel your energy and your spirit. Goodbye. And that's the nice way. Or I had one time I had a dude try to talk to me. I was like, nah, that's not gonna work. Very nice guy. But I wasn't ready for him. I would have told him up. Baby, I don't want to drag you. I don't want to do that. I can, but I don't want to. So it's just you prepare your table, what you want to eat. Prepare what you want to eat, because you got to be able to, when them tables turn, you got to be able to eat the same thing that you gave that man.
Mm. So, Kevin, from a man's point of view, how do you feel about that?
It's a lot to unpack there. Um, I don't necessarily disagree with any of it. I don't want to I don't want to validate any of it because whatever I validate now, you finna be looking at me at the side of my head. And
Shut
I
up,
know,
Al.
look at you.
I like
No
my
wrong
temples.
way. I'm
I
just
like my
asking
temples
you.
very well. I don't need them touched. But
Remember, Kevin, you have grown. We cannot judge what the younger Kevin has done, what the younger Kevin has did, what the younger Kevin has thought. You are a
do,
grown.
do you know who Edwina Butler is? That
Same thing
motherfucker
with Edwin
judges
over there who
everything.
raises her hand. We
Yeah,
can't judge
man.
the
She
younger.
judged some shit about me and she wasn't even in my life yet.
I'm a judge the hell out of that shit. I'm
You go ahead, Judge Weena. That's why you judge Weena. Judge Butler.
a judge that
God,
shit.
You
golly.
can. That's your
But
husband. That's your husband.
but now like I said, everybody's situation is different. It
Mm-hmm.
depends on, how everyone starts out, how like we had to learn and grow into each other, which is why
Mm-hmm.
I think, speaking life into each other is important for us now. It's because those were the things, I didn't really see that growing up. I
Mm-hmm.
just saw the strong example of a strong male figure. Like I said, my parents are still married, still together. So
Mm-hmm.
what I saw was a strong male leading the household and things like that. It wasn't really too much. I saw too much of my father speaking life into my mother. I know he wasn't trying to tear her down or make her feel less than, but it was never like, hey, let me accentuate
That's
anything I'm
most of
doing.
our parents.
Right. And I
That's the
understand that,
important key. Like we shouldn't skip that lightly because I feel like men need to see that type of
we
like
do.
thing.
Well,
Yeah.
let me say this. Our parents, you didn't see them speak life. Let's go back to the baby boomers. Let's talk about the people in their 80s now, right? A lot of those men had multiple households, and the woman stayed home and she knew it, but she still took care of home. That's what we're transcending from right now. We're starting to wake up and move different. What we have to do as women is what Edwina is doing for you, Kevin. We got to break the cycle. A lot of us black women, we need to treat every black man we encounter, no matter who they are, like they're our sons. Cause we treat our sons like kings. He get what he want. He gets this. He gets no.
And that's why I think that's why there's a lot of sorry ass men out here today. Because I think a
Well,
lot of black
treat.
women have overcome they've given boys the title of king too soon.
Hold
And
up.
it's a lot
You're
of
right.
men right
There
here
is. There
who
is a.
don't understand what a
There is.
king is.
But my thing is, what I'm saying is, if we treat the men with respect, right?
I give you that.
But when they disrespect us, we cut it off. We don't continue. That's where we get messed up at. When the when the disrespect comes on our end. But at least when they go to the next woman, they know how the last woman treated them, however it ended. You understand what I'm saying? We have to break that. We always got to speak life. I speak life in all men, especially all black men. If I see one, hey, sir, what's up? How you doing? You look handsome today. I don't know who didn't tell you that, but you better keep walking and keep your head up. Keep it moving. I don't want your number. You don't want mine. So let's keep it moving. I just believe in that because we don't have a lot of men. A lot of y'all black men hold your head down when you walk in a room. Why? You are the most powerful thing that's gonna walk. You set the tone in that room. Hold your head up. I don't care if you ain't got two nickels
Because we
to.
don't want to be perceived with a false perception. So that sounds good, but if I see a woman and I think she looks good and there's nothing sexual behind, I'm like you look beautiful today, Queen. You have a great day.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't always received
No, no,
well.
no, no, no.
Women, I get you. I'm with you now. I
I get
understand where
not
you need to
everybody
be,
can accept that
but
though, Kevin. Not
but
everybody's on the same mindset.
I
That's why
think a lot of women think every man is trying to fuck, and most of the time we
and he
probably
can
are.
try. But guess what, baby? It ain't gonna work. But I appreciate the compliment. Have a good day. You get what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't have the mindset. Everybody doesn't understand it. Everybody doesn't know how to digest life. They don't know how to digest prosperity. They don't know how to digest that I am somebody. I can be somebody without putting my dick in them. You feel me?
So that goes back to the broken vessel. Like if the vessel is broken, it don't matter how much life
It
I
ain't
try to
my
spit
job to
to
fix
anyone,
it.
it
It
ain't
ain't
gonna
my job to fix your vessel.
receive it.
I'm just gonna be who I am. I'm just gonna
And,
speak life as I go.
I know,
I ain't fixing
right?
no vessel. I can't fix brokenness. I can handle damage, but I can't handle broken. It's two different things. Don't come to me broken because I can't put it back together. I'm not there in my life. I don't done that. I'm tired of I'm not a, I don't build bricks. I'm not a masonry. Can't do it. Can't do it. So you got to know what you're gonna do, Kevin. I'm not saying you, but as a man, is you gonna build this woman up? You gonna put it back together? Oh,
I think that's the perception. Like a lot of women feel like the man's supposed to just
that's their
build
problem.
women up from a broken place, and a lot of
Yeah.
times the man is more broken than the woman.
That
So how
goes
can
back
two
to
broken
bullet
people
point
fix each
number
other?
one. Speak life into yourself. Prepare yourself.
There we go.
Because a good man come your way and you coming with all that rah rah, he's gone. And
Which
you
is
still
why
out
it's
here
a whole
begging
bunch of bullshit about
for
women
God
talking
for
about some don't take me to a cheesecake factory. It's a bunch of broken ass women agreeing to them posts.
yeah, yeah. Don't take me back because they stopped selling pork chops. That's the only reason why I won't go.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
What's the next bullet point?
I definitely feel like it's a lot of broken people who are not willing to get help and looking for their counterparts to fix them instead of getting seeking out the correct assistance, like the
We tired.
therapy, whatever they need to better themselves.
We tired. We don't want to do that no more. We're in an age we can't do that. Go back to 20 something years old. We can't do that right now. We tired.
So look, the next bullet point I have is practice what you preach. And sometimes I feel like that's hard because we're easy to judge. Like I can look at someone else's relationship really quick and find the faults and be like, if he just did that, I just did this, they probably could be so much better. But you can't see those things within your own household, your own relationship, or even within yourself. Um, but practicing what you preach, I think you could just take that a lot of different ways because it's also, I could say what you do, what you said you was gonna do. So that's also, a way to look at that.
So with that being said, I want to, piggyback on what you said. You look. This is the number one mistake we make as human beings. We look at other people's relationships and then give an opinion.
Yes.
We want those goals, baby. I don't want nobody goals. I don't want Ashanti and Nelly goals. Ashanti probably gave Nelly some damn spaghetti. That's why his ass all happy and giggly and stuff. And came.
Oh Lord, not the spaghetti. You talking about with the period?
Yeah, she probably don't gave him. It's giving.
Oh
It's
Lord.
giving spaghetti. No, I'm just
Don't
joking.
do that. Come on. Listen, they done been in a relationship. They found themselves
I ain't
back to
spent
each
no
other.
He
block.
got the
You
roots.
know why? I don't spin a block? Because when I was on the block, I gave everything down to the toenail, ass eye, ass eye. I'm nubbing. I'm on the ground crawling. So if you coming back, baby, I can't do it. That's why I can't spin a block. A lot of people say they can, but I ain't. If you spinning a block, that means you never gave 100% the first time. Because when you give your all and somebody tear you down, you don't want to go back to that person. You don't even look at them the same. They can't come back in your energy. I'm sorry, bruh. That's growth for me. Anywho, so
I ain't
but
never blocked, so I can't really speak on that.
yeah, well, I ain't spent the block yet. I spun the block and that bitch still spinning on the end.
But I definitely can look at, even let's say like some of my single friends, like I can look at their relationships and be like, oh man, if my friend just did, XYZ, maybe that situation will be better, or maybe their relationship can be tighter. You always judge from the outside. Um, but there's so many things within my own relationship, my family, that I could be fixing, but you don't see those things. I mean, even people on the podcast, they'll be like, man, she is just mean and nasty to Kevin, because that's a perception that they give. But now I'm the life speaker. I am the life speaker today.
Perception is reality, and unfortunately that's what people pick up, right? So if you post you and Kevin in front of this mansion, you post is Bentleys, people gonna think y'all got a lot of money, which y'all do.
Yeah.
But
No,
you get
Don't
what
do
I'm
that.
saying.
We are broke.
I'm speaking life into y'all.
we
Don't speak.
appreciate it. Speak like.
Take that
Speak
broke
like
bite. Take that broke bite.
we are not
Um,
broke,
y'all
financially
money.
challenged.
Y'all making money. The money is coming to you. That's where you at. You in the coming to the money stage.
We are in the coming stages. Yes.
But when it comes to practicing what you preach, and I'm speaking like I'm telling you, if I tell someone, look, stop being so negative. Let's figure this out. When it's the tables are turned, I gotta be the same way. If I tell that person, don't just throw me away, right? Give me a chance. when they fuck up, I gotta be the same way. Like, you know what? Let me calm down. Let me be the bigger person and and bite the bullet. I have not always been this way. I used to be a real firecracker. Okay. I've calmed down. Depends on the situation. But
Mm.
but practicing what you preach is effort. It's time. Is consistency. Is it's the willingness to actually want to do it. You ain't gonna want to practice what you preach if you don't really want to do it. If you just think it's just going, okay, you know what? I told him I was gonna do it, but I'll probably do it tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Um, and a lot of times we do see people's relationships and that perception, and we want that goal. But what we have to do is, what can I do in my own relationship so I can be happier?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be happy like anyone else because I don't know what they going through to put that smile on their face. You get what I'm
What they've been through. Because I'm like, to say that you want somebody else's happiness, do you want their challenges? And a lot of times you wouldn't
they
sign up.
challenge on the floor and you pick somebody else challenge up, girl, you're
Right.
probably.
Exactly.
This is
Exactly.
why another thing people got to stop asking people to pray for them. Don't pray for shit for me. Pray with me because whatever, because
Mm.
everybody doesn't put out what they want you to pray for. So somebody could be praying against you and you not even know it. So everything is intentional. Everything is intentional from the inside out. So be intention in your actions and be intention on what you're gonna practice.
I think that's powerful. People will actually smile in your face and pray for your downfall. So I definitely think it is care. You should be careful who you say I
Oh
tell to
Lord.
pray for you. Um, I think that's another powerful one. Kevin, you was going to say something?
Mm-mm. I'm just taking notes right now. I
Oh,
told you this is the lady show tonight. I'm taking
Hey,
notes.
I like that.
I'll inject in when I can, but for me, I'm trying to make sure I keep my household happy.
you trying to keep your household happy? You said.
Happy. I'm happy.
I'm gonna
Listen,
tell you,
last
he ain't
time,
lying. He ain't lying. Cause remember that
listen.
event I had? I waved at Kevin. Kevin looked, and Kevin went the other way. And then he said, "Oh, I ain't know who."
I did not know
He
that was
said, I knew
you.
who he was.
No, yeah, he
I,
came and asked me. So I will say my husband does really good with that. And if anyone is out and Kevin does not directly, like, he can't look at you really quick and know who you are, then he put his head down and move away. He don't want no smoke.
No smoke, girl. Do he know his? He know his wife.
Yes, and he came to me and he was like, so and so. I said, oh, that's Sierra. Yeah, okay, that's it. I'm like, yeah, he had to make sure it was all right. It was good. He get the okay, and
I,
then
I
you
love.
see a
I
different
didn't want no
Kevin come
trouble,
out.
so I had to make
I
sure.
love
So
her. And I
He
can say that because I know I've seen y'all act with each other. I've seen y'all work together. So I can speak on that. Like I like y'all. Shit, it's real to me. I mean,
Thank you. We are definitely, I don't want to say like as real as it comes, but we definitely are really raw and real. And this relationship that we have has not been all nice, sweet, and roses. It has been a lot of thorns along the way that we have just chosen to continue this battle, take these war wounds, and keep moving together. Which, in
I
all
know,
honesty, I mean, that's what marriage is. You
and that's
keep
that
the
loyalty.
scars and you keep moving.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
no relationship where it's not gonna be trials. Because I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to run my guy over a few times. I tried to Mike Tyson. He might be a
Yeah.
little tall. In my mind, I won, but the jury's still out on that.
I be wanting to snap him. I'm like, oh,
You
snap
want
said
to
you do
do
this
that,
with the
right?
body.
You
Yeah.
want to, but at the end of the day, it's like a day or two go by, and you think about it, and you just like, all right, come on over here, child.
so
But yeah, I think for me, which this can go whether it's a romantic relationship or any type of relationship, I'm learning not to look for myself in other people. And I start realizing that Kevin is his own person and he's going to handle this situation differently than I may handle that. I start being able to accept some of the things that would have made me mad. And I mean, you could look at that in any type of relationship. In friendships, I'm like, I can't expect myself from someone else. They react to these things differently than I do. And I almost learned that lesson every day, every other day.
The message you deliver, the receiver, is the determination
Yes.
of how that message comes across. Unfortunately. Not
Why
saying
you got a frowny face up there, Butler?
Huh?
Oh, that's just your face. My bad. That's just your face.
No. Listen, man. It's 8:19. So I got the dog around me. I got kids in the kitchen. I'm getting asked parent questions tonight, so I'm trying to
Oh,
multitask.
men are not good multitaskers.
mm-mm.
They can't do it.
I did a great job. You didn't know what was going on. All thing you know is my face did something different, slightly.
He kept me company the whole ride in the dark. I will say
In the
that.
dark.
Bless his heart.
Mhm.
But yes, so as I'm learning, and I'm just going to be like, my transparent moment is I am learning to speak life into my partner. It's not always easy because sometimes you feel like you're not getting the things that you need, but then you also need to be able to speak life into someone else. But in this journey called life, I'm definitely trying to be intentional with my movements. And I tell that to Kevin all the time. Like, for me right now, it's all about intentional. So when I say, hey, I love you, I appreciate you, I want people to understand that that is me being intentional and saying that, because we don't know what tomorrow holds, or
Yeah.
what the next day is.
Throughout the day, send him a random text message. Challenge that. Hey, babe, you know what?
Absolutely.
I was thinking about you, and I appreciate
Write that down in your notes, Kevin. Write that
I
down in your
got that.
notes.
I appreciate everything you have done. And without, you, there's no other best friend besides you two. You two are each other's best friends. You hold the secrets. You take care of each other. You are each other's keeper.
I think that goes for every relationship. Like,
Hmm.
sometimes it will be hard and you have to find the strength and still speak life into that partner
And
so you
pick and
make it
choose
through
your
those.
battles.
Hmm.
Pick and choose your battles. Don't do silent
Pick,
treatments.
pick and
Silent
choose your battle.
treatments kills relationships. Somebody got to break the silence. Okay. I don't care if it's look, babe. I know you upset. I
I like
apologize
a
for
little
you
silent
have
treatment. I
done.
can't agree with
That's
you.
tough for me.
I like a little.
Y'all got
Silent treatment normally saves our marriage.
it
I
You know,
depends.
it's
need
just time let's be quiet for a few
going to the
minutes.
You
upper
can
room.
how long okay, how long do your silence last?
Depends on the situation.
What's
I
the
think
long
we could do about a good week. We could do a
oh
week.
we what the hell? Y'all that's y'all special.
We could
We
do
Yeah.
about.
y'all nah, I was gonna say maybe a day or two.
No, we can go a good week. Like
Well,
So
then
this
come
what
out of it
happened.
like we wasn't.
challenge yourself that week. One of y'all got to send a text. It don't even have to be speaking. Hey, I know you're upset.
Okay.
Do you want me to, or do you
So
need?
that's typically what get it. Like, ah, man, I'm hungry. I gotta ask his ass what we gonna eat, and then,
But when you do that, do it in a different way. Hey, babe, listen, we ain't been talking in a week. I miss you. What do
That
you
ain't
want
gonna happen.
to say?
I
What
was just, I,
She is not
I
finna
was just
admit
thinking,
defeat.
I ain't finna do
She,
that
she ain't
shit.
finna
and
admit defeat. That is
give
not
that man
happening.
that gift once. I'm telling you, it's gonna feel good, sis. That's that speak life. That's reverse speaking life. You speaking life in yourself because you
You see
changed
that face
yourself.
you just made? That's what my soul just did when you said do it. I was like, ooh, she ain't finna do that.
She
Try
ain't finna do that.
surprise them. Surprise them.
I'm a surprise myself when it happened. I'm gonna
You
say,
Oh
will
yeah.
oh Lord.
eventually.
We both gonna be surprised.
What
Like, wait a
I'm
minute, you
doing
did
now
that.
is not wrong because it's working for y'all. Y'all know each other.
That's
So
true.
I'm not trying to change. I'm not saying we in marriage counseling. Every night, maybe one day you could surprise the man. Just one day.
If she do something different, then I'm gonna look at her like she that
And you gonna
body double
accept
from us.
you're gonna accept it. You're gonna
No,
look
I'm
crazy.
not.
Your
I'm,
phone.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go look under the streets because it's a whole nother section of like the real Edwina got drug underneath the street and replaced with this us version of Edwina, and I'm just
What you gonna start checking your drinks and stuff? Make sure ain't nothing
hey,
in there.
Lord. Y'all, it has been a time. I know as we get ready to wrap up, I posted earlier that we are giving away 2 tickets to the Jazzy Conversations
Oh,
live podcast taping. It is happening this Saturday on 11/11. So we have 2 tickets that we are giving away on the show. Our chat has been kind of quiet today, but if you are interested in going to the Jazzy Conversations 2-year anniversary podcast, I want you to type me in the chat, and we are looking to give away 2 tickets for you guys tonight so you can get in the room. We want to be somebody's blessing tonight. Blessings,
somebody bless.
around. Blessings. So if you are paying attention and share the podcast, tag a friend. If you know somebody who was looking to get in the room, maybe hasn't bought their ticket yet, definitely tag them. And if you're watching this on the replay, type replay. And if we haven't given away the tickets by then, we will definitely do that too. And that, and the other podcast said it's going to be a great event. It absolutely is going to be a great event. We're going to be in the building on Saturday.
They gonna be in the building. Marshina, Chat with China gonna be in the building. So we definitely we're gonna make a great event of it. Listen, this whole weekend finna be
I'll be
great.
there in spirits, y'all. I wish I
I
could,
know
We
you
know
got
you're
to
gonna be
go
out
out
of
of
time.
town.
but I'm always gonna could reconnect with y'all.
Yes, it's really gonna be a vibe. Hmm?
Who? Anybody in the chat right now? If nobody's in the chat, you should. Some of your fans, maybe they wanted 2 tickets.
Listen, I
Yeah,
think the people
absolutely.
in the chat already got their tickets or whatever. All I know is I'm ready for this weekend.
I know
Jazzy
y'all gonna take
Conversation
that
2
thing
year
up.
anniversary gonna
Y'all
be
got a
live. We're
good
gonna do our
guest.
thing.
I know y'all
And,
gonna do y'all thing. Y'all gonna do y'all thing. Y'all
We
gonna
are
get
gonna
the
do our thing. We got Taj as the
butlers.
guest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited because I don't know what he gonna bring to the table. Like I be looking at some of his
He's a good
posts.
speaker. A good he got some good theological shit.
Yes, so I
you
follow.
got theological stuff.
I
And
tagged him so that people can follow him, but I follow him on Facebook, and I'm like, he definitely brings some food for thought.
Yeah.
So it is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't have y'all tickets, it's a chance to experience several different podcasts. And as far as I understand, all the podcasts that will be there are all different. Like we all bring something very different to the table, different setups, different way
Mm-hmm.
that we do these shows. So it's an experience, and you get to see what other people are doing, experience other podcasts, and like this and that, and the other podcast said, y'all better buckle up.
I know a fellow on that one too. I know a little bit of everybody. I know a little
So
bit of everybody. You
you
know what I'm saying?
you do know everybody.
I don't connect with more people than that wouldn't have been a good joke. Never mind, let that go.
mm,
I
mm.
was wondering if this was going to take you back to something. But so Kevin, I got the information out for Jazzy Conversations. Again, if y'all watch the replay and you're looking for your ticket, um, type replay need ticket in the chat because we'll go back and we'll follow up on this to make sure
Well,
we can
you,
give away
you
those
you got
tickets.
so much. Me, if it's live, I need
I don't
ticket.
be
If it's
knowing.
free play,
I think I got
listen, man.
ADHD. I
We just
don't
gonna go
know.
back through the
I
things,
type
and if somebody say me, I want the
yes.
ticket, we gonna run it. Cause
Basically,
golly,
just type some
you
shit
be
in the
having too many demands, and I be
listen,
getting confused
I'm
about
trying
who
to
we
let
get and
you
stuff
educate
to.
me. Why you won't start talking?
Cause you've been talking the whole time. Let me get my 5 minutes in.
Listen, I'm trying to give you 5 minutes. So now, as we round up the show, I'm allowing him to be messy because we are thinking we might start a messy segment because y'all don't know, men sometimes are messier than women. But here you go,
That
Mr.
is
King.
the truth.
Now that we have Lady Lapelle on the show, and she can't run from your question, ask her, give her all the smoke you've been giving me. Ask her the
Oh,
question.
I'm ready for the smoke. What
Why
we
you
doing?
want me to ask that question? You want me to ask?
You
Go
throw it
ask
to
me.
me
Y'all
all the
know. I'm a
time.
what
No,
happened?
no. See. And
Oh,
Wiener
he
don't
got
want to
scared. He got
want to
scared.
answer the question, but because I got both of y'all here now, you gonna answer. You gonna answer the question on.
No, so what he does to me, Lady Lapelle, is he tries to throw shade about the last podcast I was in. So I'm just
I
gonna
don't throw
ask
shade. I just try to
you.
throw. I
What we
ask for
want to know? You
information.
know me.
So what I want to ask, because Kevin seemed to be scared. He's scared.
I ain't
So we
scared.
were on a podcast together called Mind Your Own Business. And the
Oh, here we
question
go.
of the day is, why did you leave the podcast?
Why did I leave? The
You
energy.
got
Or
to
if
answer it
you left,
too.
you left. So one, you could say if you left, and then if you left, why did you leave? Like
I
why did
did.
you?
I did decide to call it finito quits, expeditiously. Um,
Expeditiously.
I personally felt like it was a lot of negative energy.
Ooh,
And it was a lot of it going towards Edwina personally,
ooh.
I think. And I don't really like stuff like that. And I really felt like after the one show that was discussed about the one young lady and her husband, it went downhill as a group. And I
Fair
also
enough.
think when you do a podcast with multiple women with different personalities, and then there is no structure, I can't function like that. It was just too much for me. Cause me, like for me to start anything, as y'all know, I gotta take my time. It's just gotta. It may not go like that, but we got a plan. There was no plan, and then so when a show would start, we just randomly talking about I don't know. As you can see, we have this show. We have bullet points. We may go off topic, but we stuck to what we was going to talk about. And I
We
don't
did.
feel like people were actually watching Mind Your Own Business. They was minding their own business.
Mm, there you go, Kevin. You
Your
heard it
turn.
from the
Your turn.
horse's mouth.
I- Your turn.
Heard it from the horse's mouth. My turn.
Your turn.
I thought I answered this already.
No, you avoided.
Well, I didn't expect me to have to answer shit.
You the one that you talking through me. So I'm gonna keep talking.
Okay, so did I choose to leave the podcast? I did. There was a vote taken. I don't know if Sierra she was available
If
to
Lady
vote.
Lapelle was available for the vote.
Yes. I think she had already exited before the um
I think I hung up.
but there was a vote and I did decide to leave. And I guess there were several different things that brought me to that decision. I did think there was a lot of negativity, and I felt like we were a group of women with no direction, and we all had very strong, most of us had very strong personalities. And
Damn.
if there's no leader, then everyone is trying to voice their opinion, but there's not someone to decide which way we should go. So it left us with no direction. And it was a very stressful thing to be a part of with no direction of where we were going to be successful. And I felt like for my own mental health, I needed to leave.
Did
So
you
there was no speaking life
feel
at that podcast, is what I'm hearing. Correct.
do you feel like you were being poked? Do you feel like you were being provoked
Mm,
into
that's good.
that's my question to you.
I don't think that I was being poked. What I do feel like, if I'm going to be transparent, since we're now having this conversation, I
Absolutely.
feel like there had to be some level of jealousy. And I
Mm.
Ooh.
say that to say when things would happen towards, like something would happen in my life, there was always a conversation about a replacement, or well, if she can't do it, what about this? It was just always some other thing when it came to me that was a level of extraness, and I couldn't understand why that would happen to me and not everyone else.
I remember you saying, I'm not apologizing. I already said that's all I remember. She slow it down. I already said I'm not apologizing. It just became like, is this we gonna do this again? It's like it was just, and y'all, I have a strong
He said,
Yeah.
I
I know Lady
I
Lapelle looked familiar
personally
No,
now.
no, that's Lady Lapelle.
I personally stepped back. I did not try to take any type of lead. I was chilling. I was the person like whatever y'all want to do.
So yes, I don't want to say that I don't apologize for certain things, but I will say in that instance,
Yes, it's me, friend.
I felt like there was shade being thrown, and I'm like, you could only tell someone, hey, this was my intent so many times. You can't force someone to apologize. You also can't force someone to feel a certain type of way. I am allowed to have my own feelings behind things, and that's just what they are. And if anyone knows me, I stand on what I stand on. I try to look at things objectively. If I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. And if I'm not, that's just what it is.
You
And that is how I left that. Like, I
know,
already said what the hell I said.
it was just too much. It was, I really wanted, to be a unit. It was just, it just became, I don't know, it just became draining. Like, it was always a meeting about rules, and I just, why we just can't have a good time? Like, we're adults. Let's get along. Why? Edwina got to go through this, keep talking about the same thing. Why are we going back to talk about? Girl, I don't know. Shit just aggravating. I don't even want to think about it no more. All I know was I said what I said.
Ooh,
I
You
quit.
said a lot of words,
you said a lot of words. Yeah, you said. I remember. Ooh,
but that is your answer, Kevin, because Kevin will have different episodes, and Kevin like to bring up the old podcast. So you have now heard from, these two old podcast members that are
participants.
moving forward
I
on
got it.
what our take is.
So, what's the next play for the two members? What's next in y'all future?
We're working on a little project.
Yeah,
We
working
work.
on shit.
We all working on a project because y'all come together.
We are a package deal. We working on a project.
We
God
working
damn.
on something. We wanna do something towards. We want to be big. Let's do Tubi. We working on the Tubi.
I'm ready.
Eventually we're gonna get to we
I'm
gotta
ready. I'm ready for
That
some
was you
Tubi
with a
effect.
gun. You was like, pow, pow.
Yo, you just shoot your finger and sparks come from it.
if y'all ready, let's get the script together. I'm ready. Like let's move it. Let's hit the boot. Let's hit the ground running. Y'all know I'm always on the next thing. That's the next one.
That is the move for 2024. We are bigger and better. We are moving forward. And hey, if Tubi is the move, that's what it is. I know as far as the Boss Fest brand, we are definitely on the bigger and better. I know our project that all three of us are in will be amazing. And now we know Kevin got the fake spark gun, so you can add that to your Tubi
Man,
script
listen,
with the pow
fake,
pow.
fake finger gun with with
Definitely
the two
gonna get
scenes in the
the old.
same room.
He
Like the
definitely
whole
getting the
movie,
old
that's
bill.
2 hours, but we only got one outfit change. I'm ready.
He's definitely giving the mobster.
Yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm. Pow pow.
top house. Yeah,
Yep.
and we'll want to be a police. I don't know why, but well,
There
I
y'all
enjoyed
have it.
y'all. Yeah, we got to come back.
This was amazing. We appreciate you joining us at the Boss Fest table. Again, I don't know what I told y'all to comment in the comments for the Jazzmar ticket.
Me,
Told you. She forgot already. Told you she's gonna forget.
me
Y'all
coming.
comment something. Yes, there we go. Comment me, comment ticket, comment something hell. Whoever does that first, we got some tickets for y'all. The point is, get in the room. This whole weekend is gonna be lit. We gonna be on the move all weekend. It's gonna be exciting. So stay tuned. But if you haven't got your ticket yet, get in the room. Check out the podcast at Jazz Mars 2 year anniversary, and that's a blessing in itself to make it 2 years doing anything. So congratulations to her. Big shout out there. But we will see y'all this
Yeah.
Saturday in the room, and then next Wednesday at the Boss Fest table.
You might catch me in these streets this weekend. Ain't nothing but a gangster party.
Lady Lapelle, do you want to leave the people with anything tonight?
Just speak life.
Speak life. Let's
Speak
speak
life.
life into each other. Let's collaborate. Let's do good things together.
All right. Love y'all.
Love you. Kevin, what you got for us?
That's it. We out.
Peace.
Peace.